I graduated high school. It feels so good, but I wanted to make this really raw and honest video because I started my YouTube channel in 9th grade and it didn't really end up the way that I wanted it to, mainly because kind of school got in the way and life got in the way. So I figured I'd make this video about my high school experience and why my channel didn't grow to what I wanted it to be and what I want it to be now. So I'm gonna move these balloons. I was homeschooled before I went to high school, and I never had the public school experience. And so I was really excited to start and to get the experience and to go to prom and to have that. But when I started, I realized that I was way in over my head. I had had this fantasy, I think, that the high school movies show, and I think I was a little too imaginative with what I thought it would be. And actually, high school really wasn't a great experience for me. I had great moments, don't get me wrong, and I had things that I loved, but the love did not outweigh what I hated. And hate is a strong word, but that's really how I felt about high school. I never thought this day would come where I would say I graduated from high school because it was so terrible for me. It was my hell, honestly. And I went through a lot of things, which I'll get into later, but the busyness of high school kind of just drained me down. And when I started my YouTube channel, I had a goal that I wanted to set for myself. I wanted to read books. I wanted to, do videos every week. But I was so busy and I was so unhappy that I wasn't really able to film what I wanted. I mean, I barely was able to read. I barely read in high school except for the, curriculum that they gave us. But because I was so busy, I did 3 shows a year in drama club, and I was so busy, and I think I stayed busy because it was the only way that I knew how to survive. If I stayed busy and if I was able to just keep swimming, I wouldn't drown. And so I just surrounded myself with a ton of things to stay busy, and in a way, I think that kind of set my downfall because it just caused so much anxiety and unhappiness that when I was finished with whatever task I was doing, I would kind of realize my surroundings and I'd be unhappy. 9th grade was especially lonely for me. I had friends and I did make friends, but I didn't have classes with them, and it was really scary. And the kids at my school weren't really welcoming to people who didn't go to the district. In fact, they weren't welcoming at all. They just basically ignored me. I wasn't even in the class. We'd partner up, right? And we'd have get in 3 pairs or get into 2 pairs. No one would ever ask me to be their partner, and I just sit there until the project was over. It could be 30, 40 minutes, and no teacher ever came up to me and was like, oh, why don't you have a partner? It's just like they didn't even care. And I think that just opened up my eyes, and I think everything that I went through 9th grade just kind of made me who I am now, and I'm thankful for that, but I'm definitely not the same person I was in 9th grade. And I think no one is, but I really changed a lot because of what happened. I started to really not like people, and I started to not like the world around me because of who I was around. I went to a really, how can I say this? It was a public school, but it was a public school for all rich kids, which I was not one of those rich kids. Everybody had Birkenstocks or Vineyard Vines or this and that, and it was very image worthy, but I didn't feel like people really cared about the person wearing the clothes. They just cared about the clothes. We had a lot of other issues too surrounding drugs and stuff, but I feel like that's every high school. But they just kind of bogged us down with work to the point where I was just exhausted. I was too exhausted to do anything, and I had a wake-up call the end of my sophomore year. My aunt passed away, and I realized that I had put so much thought into school and academics that I had forgotten about my family, and I was never going to get her back. Unfortunately, I wish I could have said, oh, I spoke to her before she passed. I didn't. And so all the things that I wish I could have said, I can't. And I realized that at the end of the day, academics are important, education is important, don't get me wrong, but it's never more important than your family and your friends, and you should always take that into consideration. So that year I had a kind of revelation, and I was like, forget that. I'm gonna hang out with my friends more, make an education. I'm gonna put friends first, I'm gonna put family first. Forget this. And I think that led me to be a lot more happier. I realized that I had to let things go in order to be happy. I had to let the image of what other people thought of me, even if it wasn't great, I had to let that go. I had to let friends that I didn't really care about go. I had to let academics go. Like, I had to let so much go. And when I let that go, I felt free. And I went part-time, so I went to school part-time. I let all of the images, I let people say whatever they wanted to say about me, and it felt so good for once. And I felt like I had more time. I started to read more, I started to reflect more, and it felt good. But I wasn't able to really do my channel because I was still really busy. So what I kind of want to do with this channel now is just make it mine. I don't have a goal. I want to get this many subscribers. I don't have I need to get lights, I need to get this, I need to get, I'm making the videos for me. And they can be about whatever I want them to be about, and that's what they're going to be about. They're going to be about the things that I love, the things that I want to talk about, and I hope if you're a subscriber or you just subscribed that you'll come along with me on this journey. Definitely going to do videos about college, about going into college, about applying to college, about everything that I've been through, about fun things, Disney World, who knows, but I just want this channel to be mine again, and I hope that you'll enjoy that. So that's just a little bit about my high school experience and why my channel has not been existing, because I've just been dealing with that. So